can't build a house if there's tea all over the plans. You have to redraw the plans. This is a living matrix. It's not as simple as the blueprint of a house. But it takes 10 weeks for a broken leg to heal, because for a few weeks, the field is balancing. And then the cells can heal. That's why our gift is to balance and harmonize fields as quickly as possible, and then we allow healing to take place. I've never healed anyone in my life, but I've wasted a lot of time trying. The future. Isn't it annoying when your clients have to spend an hour and a half in a traffic jam to get poked and stroked by you for 45 minutes and then get back in the car for an hour and a half? How do they feel? Do you care? This is what I'm saying. See people once for an hour. Maybe they need a bit of fine-tuning. I don't know how many sessions you need with Ness. But what we've done is we've looked at all the different devices that are out there and collaborated them. Oh, to my English. Just as well you guys don't speak it as a mother tongue. But the simple fact is that now we have a floating island of tools on a sea of chaos. We don't know what we're looking at, but we've got a raft and we're clinging to it. The GDV, fabulous tool, before and after treatment. Before and after treatment. This provides data which I can analyze and I can satisfy scientists. Well, I never will. I'm not going to play dead man's shoes. I'm not going to bang my head against the wall, getting frustrated with those guys who think they own. It's like the legal people. This is our ivory tower, you know. Bugger off. You've got to have this special certificate, otherwise you can't play this game. It's a stitch-up. It's an absolute stitch-up. Don't play it. GDV, it's awesome. It's awesome. Now, let's have a little look at NES. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but the body of our research is done. 300 cases, 2 different placebo groups, 2 different control groups, I should say. Actually, it's 240 subjects. Over a long period of time with the NES, being analyzed by different devices. I'm not going to bore you with numbers, but look. You see here? You see how her solar plexus is congested? How it clears with your system. You see, disease is shielding that shouldn't hang around so long. It's when chakras are stuck. Look how beautiful the symmetry is in this field compared to when they started. Their field is all jaggedy. But after treatment with the NES, after 3 visits, they're banging. I don't know whether that translates very well. They're healthy. Now, I've got some really nice pie charts here. When we looked at all of our studies, 185 of them all had positive results. Only a few had a negative change. I sometimes hear people talking about NES, especially like, you're not quite sure what percentage of your patients really get something out of it. Statistically, it's that much. It's huge. We should congratulate Harry and Peter for the amazing effort that they have made to produce something that actually works most of the time. And the ones that it doesn't work on, they're getting into the soup. They probably live in a house which is so electromagnetically compromised that whatever treatment you do, they're diving back into the sewer. The GDV, the EIS, 188. Funnily enough, 192. Bloody good. It really is. So Anyone heard of Valerie Hunt? Valerie Hunt's an amazing scientist, and I was stunned when I went to Regent's College, and I saw this lady here in the lotus position, like this. And, you know, she's whatever color she is, pink. And her child came and started running around her, and it was like a maypole. There was a connection, a pink energy connection between their two crown chakras as the child ran around. And what was so amazing was that when she started omming, like Amen or Om, when she started omming, she lit up like an oxyacetylene torch. She started blazing with white light. So if you want to be good healers, use your tools, but also be aware that you are wizards and witches. Ideally white witches, but multicolored's good too. So eating junk food makes the energy field very depressed. Standing on the beach expands it. And sitting in prayer or kneeling in prayer. The problem with our youth is that they don't go to the spiritual laundromat, which is church or the temple. These designs are very clever. They're like, you know, the coin wash where you put your clothes, so we can launder our own karma by kneeling, by putting our meridians all together, by bowing our crown chakras and allowing this amazing antennae, which is the spire or the temple piece, the mosque, spires, they're all spires, like mobile phone masts drawing in cosmic energy. And the plate is designed by those Templar types who know how to flush out the dross from your body. So what do our youth do? They wear tracksuits. They even go to sleep in their trainers. They're boiled in a bag. Separate. They've become separate. You know, health, the talk of health, is a mask for the conversation about spirit. Don't be fooled into thinking it's anything else. I've been working on some equipment myself. The first model of man has been out for 20 years, but I'm still working on this bottom one. You know, every single object has mass, what we call gravitational field. It also has a charge, which we call electromagnetic field, and it has spin, which we call torsion field. Torsion. Yeah? Every object, every molecule, every atom. Well, the atoms within a molecule, I should say. As above, so below. The solar plexus, the sun. Just try this for me. What's the best film ever? What's the most popular film ever? That was a cheap shot. The Sound of Music. Sound of Music. And why? Because it's got the ultimate first aid kit embedded in it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's the ultimate first aid kit. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Do it yourselves. Fa, so. See what I mean? I've got a sore throat. Well, you better get sewing. Do, a deer, a female deer. Do, da, na, 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 na. We blaze with light. If you're not ready to blaze with light, retire from healing. Because you're wasting their time. It's no longer acceptable to stroke and poke your customers. You have to be their master or mistress of a lesson which takes about an hour and a half about light and water and life force and symmetry and global scaling and fractals and whatever else shit you want to come up with. Radio field, wow, so many devices for measuring the chakras, aren't they amazing? Has anyone heard of cymatics? Cymatics? Let me show you what cymatics is. That is a glass of water videoed from above by sophisticated equipment, and the sound that is being emitted is Om. That is the sound of Om. That picture is the sound of Om. Looks like a universe to me. The chakras spin different ways as you go up. The chakras are our gearbox. Learn about them. What is a chakra? A chakra is a transponder. To be very crass, I crap out solid waste, and I piss out liquid waste, and I sweat it out, and I spit it out. Gaseous waste, well, that I fart and belch. And how do we emit etheric waste? From thousands of little acupuncture points, and sometimes they get blocked up and sooty, like your exhaust pipe in your car, and you have to get a needle and unblock them. Because if you do not have pure thoughts, you will be emitting a dross, and that dross will clog up your energy system. So when my chakra opens, my brain has two spirit levels, the pineal and the thymus, the pineal and the pituitary. And they're designed to send what the scientists called hormones, but actually they're just messengers which tell this satellite dish to open up and absorb green color because I need green, or to bring in red because I'm too much in the purple. But if you keep doing that, my delicate petals get crumpled. Do you understand? So I'm doing two things with my chakras. I'm opening them to the chakra system. There's the body's frontline self-healing system, is what I mean to say. And what's the dish made of? What's the chicken wire that's making that satellite dish? It's dross. It's etheric material which we are throwing out. So if I'm plagued by pornography or lust, my chakras don't open nicely. It's like a badly thrown pot with grit in it that doesn't fire properly. That material, this is karma. Our own chakras can no longer tune into the bright green that I need. They're bent and crumpled and can only get a muddy green. This is the key. A chakra is a vortex of energy operated by hormone instigation. And we can see them now. We can see them now. I can see with PIP what is a blocked chakra, a shielded chakra, sorry. This guy's heart chakra is shielding, which means something is going on. Imagine, this lady has got digestive problems. She's on medication for her digestive problems, but it's not about digestion, is it? This is all about emotions and relationships. So if I have a funny relationship with my daughter, I will have irritable bowel syndrome if I don't do something about it. I have a swimming pool for mobile phones over here. So if anyone wants a swim, just call out, and I'll assume you want to dive. I've played with the concept of chakras a little bit, and I've come up with not the Zen of motorcycle maintenance, but just plain car mechanics. And you can see patterns, like in the Christian tradition, an aberration of the... I'm hoping you're going to buy my CD, because that's going to pay the salaries of the 25 scientists who've done the NES research. But if you want to write it down, be my guest, because an imbalanced base chakra will be someone who gets angry all the time. It's the first sin in the 7 deadly sins. The Christians use parables to describe things. Yeah? Gluttony. You were talking about the meridian chart for teeth. I had a very professional implant specialist who saw an opportunity, and he pulled out my large intestine tooth because he wanted to give me an implant. And look what happened. Bloody outrageous. Greed, envy, glandular fever, sloth, lust for power. Don't we see so many people lusting for power? They've mastered all these earlier roots, and they fuck themselves right here because they lust. Just at the point where they could reach the ultimate goal of atonement, they get stuck. They put their cobra hood up. They think they're doing it, and they suck the living daylights out of everybody around them. Lust. And of course, the last hurdle before a fall is pride. Where are we without humility? Where are we without self-control and zeal? Where are we without love, unconditional love? Then it really is a human race, a human doing race, racing full headlong into the abyss. But we have a chance to trip the race up. How are we going to do it before 2012? How are the 100 monkeys going to create an awareness, a consciousness, where this meager game of anger and lust and pride is transmuted into the heavenly virtues? This is our challenge right now. You see, the chakras are fractals. I made a film with Arthur C. Clarke about 15 years ago called The Colors of Infinity. You can even watch it on Google Video. And it's a film about fractals. I'm jumping forward a little bit, but you know, you've got to be graceful with chaos. Chaos theory. I was about to show you chaos. Irony knows no bounds. Isn't that funny? Absolutely hysterical. Okay, I'm going to play this. I don't think we need any sound. But in the meantime, I'm going to try and get the right slideshow up. I'm so out of my body. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm tripping with this thing. Absolutely tripping off my nut. This is a video of the nadis, the meridians, what you guys play with, which some friends of mine made in India. How did that crash? Thank you, Lord. So what's happening here is that cosmic frequencies are from the universe, from the planets, entering our crown chakra. And the secret is the breath. Where's